crouching medium kick out of certain situations, but Chun's ground game so strong. It's going to be hard for her to navigate around all the tools that are there.
Well, I mean, even in best case scenario, right? Kimberly gets you in the corner, starts running your face off, but you can get out of the corner as Chun-Li. We saw it actually extremely well from this player yesterday, avoiding the Rashid level 2. And that's the best mix in the game. Like, Kimberly, still dangerous, but Chun-Li's not exactly afraid.
Okay, that was a great spot from base to represent the slide underneath the fireball. A while playing a little bit Kikoken heavy as the can. It does not set them up for the combo off of the throw. A while working our way back to mid-screen now. Plus frames just resetting back to neutral. That slide is going to continue to be a problem here until a while figures out the right tool to represent there. At the beginning, crouch jab was good.
You gotta watch the dome, man. That is a scary place. And I mean, that's pretty consistent for Kimberly, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know the last time I saw Kimberly knock you down in the corner and then will kick you. Like, that is insane. But, I mean,
Man. That is, yeah. Base is absolutely running away with this right now. Standing medium kick anti-air. We've already seen represented from a while yesterday. We do have the bigger anti-air pickups that Chun-Li has available to them. Level 3 cash out? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I say it all the time. Use the level 3 as Kimberly when you get it. More than any other character in the roster, it has a bigger return the longer you have that buff active. And you got the drive gauge
I was going to
back.
say, regardless of the buff you get, you were just about out of meter. It brought you back a little bit of life. And now, dude, you got him in the corner right where you want him. You're throwing your mix at him. And we're just barely alive here for a while. But this would be such a crazy comeback. And it had to begin by getting that burnout state. And unfortunately, the Kimberly standing medium kick was too strong.
Yeah, the base is representing slide is really the money tool that's coming out right now. A while really wants to play that fireball game, really represent that threat at sort of just outside medium kick range. And what's happening is base just has that read on exactly the spot where a while wants to throw it. Great adaptation there instead to go for that. And here is the stance cancel nonsense that we saw coming out of a while yesterday. Better than I think any other Chun I have seen in a while. Really willing to dance in the stance on you and now having control in the corner. Base gets the back throw though.
And this is a scary situation. You're still good on drive, but look at that. Just barely able to escape the corner following up that fireball. And it's interesting that this round started kind of how you wanted it to, right, Brad? You were talking about how these grounded normals that Chun-Li can really take advantage of, and you didn't see base get that opportunity to start the round with a slide.
Yep, crazy damage available there for a while. We had more in the tank, but we did not need it. Nice turnaround there. First round in this game. Okay.
I don't think we mentioned it, but this is his first to 3. So there's going to be a lot of time for adaptation here between these players. So even though base has that first game.
Oh no! That is a shame.
Gets the parry on that last bit there too. Building back a little bit of that drive.
Yep, right into level 3. Once again, a while going to be sub 1 bar of drive gauge, so you need to be worried about some pressure coming out here. At least Kimberly only has so much block string pressure that she could really make happen, honestly. The very tip of standing medium kick catches out a while, trying to take his turn. Can pressure, smart spot to parry, ensure that he's not going to lose out on that drive gauge. Counter hit trades, going for the fireball. We're going to find it off the wall, but another great read on the fireball out of base.
The timing from base has been so spot on to avoid these fireballs. And I mean, Chun-Li is pretty strong when she can just let it rip, right? If she can control the match with her normals, with her fireball, there's not a whole lot you can do against it. But because base has such a read on when to go in, it's causing so many problems.
Okay, that's a throw bait setup that a while likes to go for, going for towards roundhouse out of DR. You still get plus frames out of it. Okay, really fishing. I love the patience out of base. Base is not really swinging a lot in the mid-range situation where Chun has the advantage. Really confident in where to and where not to play. Elbow drop works.
So it's such a reactive playstyle that I feel like we're not used to Kimberly seeing, because so many Kimberlys just want to rush you down, run you into the corner, and make you just fear them. This is going to hit. I think you're still alive, but you're getting that drive back. You're not alive!
Bring something to the table to change where the fight is happening on the screen.
Yeah, and even there, if you're just icing your opponent a little bit, getting that breather time, you don't want to just, you know, salty hit that rematch and be ready to run right into it. We see that with a lot of players where, you know, maybe they don't have as much tournament experience. They're like, I just want to play my games. I just want to play, hit rematch, get me in or get me out. But here, a while, taking that breather, being able to try and readjust the game plan here, less fireballs, more buttons.
Yeah, and on top of more buttons, it's much more shimmy, and you can see that Base is actually making a no overcommitment into the SPK.
Does get the back throw, and now you're trapped in the corner. Oh, the OD overhead has to force out that DP.
Oh, wow, that was greedy. Down, forward, heavy punch, the overhead. Can pressure coming out.
Burnt out in the corner against Kimberly. That might just be GG, honestly.
Yep. That's the stun. The round is done. Base is on set point. I genuinely had a while in like an easy top 3 based on what we had seen yesterday, and I actually gave Acoustics crap for calling this set in Base's favor. This is looking so dominant right now. Okay, the extra overhead setup. This is exactly the round that a Wild needs. Nice punish.
Now, is Chun-Li one of those privileged drive reversal characters where you get the big medium starter punish?
You know, off the top of my head, I actually don't know. I just do it when I need to. Look, I play by feel a lot in this game, man.
But, I mean, this is such a good position here for a while.
Oh,
that was the mistimed slide. Something about the read there, whether it was, you know, Base being a little too eager or a while just halting that extra frame, and you were able to get the advantage.
All right, these frame traps, yeah, Base just really is not swinging in the spots where a While is driving. I feel like, I don't know if a While needs to start trying to cheat out some extra space. Okay, good call out on the jump mix-up, and there the towards roundhouse setup works. Next touch ought to do it with level 3 in the back, goes for the throw. What's the next one? Okay, catches out the counter hit with the jab. We had ample damage in the tank. A While gets one on the board. Going back to character select there, that little bit of a mental reset, super important, and it's obviously working. Both of them drinking their water. When you're camping out, it's important to stay hydrated.
Yeah, you never know when your next drink of water is going to come through, so you got to be prepared. You know, thank you, Scoutmaster Brad, for the always be ready think piece.
Yeah, only you can prevent 0-3.
I've tried. It doesn't work for me.
I know. I know, Doc. We've played.
Listen, it was like 13-0. It's fine. Okay. Oh, there's a slot. Didn't beat the fireballs though, so you didn't get that punish counter, so it's just bing bang done. Trapped in the corner again, sets up the paint can.
I like that a While is representing a couple of different defensive choices to be able to deal with this pressure. And there, great. That's a spot where had the fireball come out, the extended hurt box would have gotten clipped. Instead, because a While is being slightly more passive, gets the whiff punish on their own.
These Rangers are getting a little close for these fireballs. You can see a While kind of hang out. That's grimy.
Oh, okay.
No punish, and is able to punish themselves.
Right.
Do you spend any meter? Nope, just overhead.
Love that choice, and we have the damage available here. Level 1 if we need it. We did need it, but that's fine. We take it. I wonder why. Off that safe jump, you don't need to do the DR to be able to continue your pressure, but that DR ensures that the overhead has sufficient plus frames for him to be able to get the combo after.
Plus, you never know what your opponent's going to do.
I suppose that's fair, too. Yeah, if you can get some extra plus frames, why not? Safe jumps out of... Oh, my God, that hit so meaty.
And this is exactly what a While's been looking for this entire set, having the opportunity to put Base in the corner. But the perfect parry and the full drive gauge here from Base is a problem, to be sure. And we got the level 3 on deck. Next confirm will definitely equal the boost.
Yep, right into the level 3. Huge, gonna get some drive gauge back. More importantly, freeze a While in burnout for a little bit. But a While still in a spot with the level 3 available. And now CA, you're still a one-touch situation. Off the wall, does get clipped out.
You're dead. Nope. I thought you were dead. You should have been dead.
Oh, almost able to block it.
I wonder if there was an option there to just mash out level 3.
Maybe.
Looks like you saw the run, maybe just mash it and hope for the best, but either way, you would have found yourself potentially in this round 3, and having 3 bars a meter versus not having 3 bars a meter as the Chun-Li, much better to have than have not.
I'm just going to correct myself. I see Chip, so a While did block it. It just didn't matter.
Yeah,
Stuck in burnout, critically important. Oh my God, gets the confirm off of the low forward. Base is on set point to move on to our winners finals here. Good anti-air out of a While, but Base so good in these scrambly situations. A While is not able to do anything that is not 100% honest.
Well, I mean, you also get that faster move speed, that's more damaging from the Kimberly buff, so maybe just a little slight misread on the timing, but I don't know if this is enough. We do have the paint can. Not
Pink
enough.
Man is level 1, blocks the overhead. You're in burnout. No, a while puts himself in burnout. This could be so dangerous. You can't afford to block now. Great jumps. A while has CA in the tank. So it is a one-touch situation. Catches on the up forward. Wants for these overheads. That's it. A great micro walk into the level 3. A while saves the set for at least one more game.
Watch this not kill into both fires.
Oh my god. That was
No
CA.
shot. No shot.
Oh, it was the jab scaling. Oh no.
Finds himself on a
Oh, come on! Oh, that worked! A while, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
Really, it was me with the caster curse on the level 3 there. Yesterday, the Geef was very nice.
Oh yeah, no, Blue demonstrated very well that they were able to set up shop in their opponent's head and call squatters' rights. The thing is, Guile is going to be able to be a lot more controlling and dominate Blue's ability to jump forward. As I say all of that though, Blue managing to get a great read on the fireball, now having a life lead straight into the sweep. And I'm sorry, your drive gauge is looking a little bit orange there, Hanny.
This is like a 30-year-old matchup as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you've been playing all of the Street Fighters, you have always seen these two go head-to-head.
Oh, that was so intriguing. The crouch jab from Blue doesn't go for a further confirm.
Oh.
I think Blue is making these reads of like, I'm going to set up some situations and see what your default is. Gets away with the jump in. Once again, not doing anything off the crouch jab. I think maybe we were a little far away, but has the read.
They were waiting for the flash kick to come out so that they could then punish it. They did get it what they wanted and then didn't quite finish it from there, but they were able to get the round regardless. And I feel like once you get in the head of your opponent that your DPs are never safe, they're going to be so much less apt to just let them rip.
Oh my god, OD Lariat through the fireball on reaction to seeing the drive rush coming out from Sion. And now another command grab starter. Oh, DI, okay. Sion's cycling through the defensive choices right now.
Big land there from the Geef, getting him all the way very close to the corner.
Okay.
I like this side swap here from Sion, giving themselves a little bit more space to back up as the Guile. And they're taking full advantage of it right now.
Yeah, it doesn't even
escape
want to
mode.
block. One of the big things for Geef is the Geef's ability to target your drive gauge on block. Like, it's scary to block him. And Sion desperately needs to be able to get that drive gauge back, either for OD flash kick. Oh my god!
I like the immediate cut the camera because we know you're dead. We know that your character's toast and we're heading to game 2.
Wow. Okay, and that little zen look there on Blue, I mean, he's setting up the squatters' rights. Knows you got to set up.
You got to be so ready as the grappler in this matchup, right? Like, you are going to have to work to get into against Guile.
Okay.
But good start here from Sion.
But not able to get a pickup after. Has the drive gauge advantage here critically, so I feel like it's in their best interest to keep Blue blocking right now. You don't want him to get to walk you down. Sion puts himself in burnout. That makes this a little bit scary.
Yeah, it's a little scary. We've been seeing a lot of Geefs lately be very well timed with their counter DIs as well. And just landing in there with that double axe chop really kind of ends the round a lot of times. But we are going to get a big jump in here. How much can Blue capitalize on this? Just in time for the drive gauge to come back from Sion.
Oh!
There it is.
He's asleep at the wheel.
Is that enough?
Jeez.
I don't know why I asked. Why did I ask? Of course it's enough.
You see that suit? You see the fit on this man?
He's ready to cash that check.
You think he's cashing out if he's not winning when the day trading ends?
Yeah, he's definitely cashing out at the peak, letting everybody else hold the bag.
Okay, stays same side. I got clipped too, Sion. Don't worry. Wanted for the throw reset there after that situation. It seems like so much of Blue's offensive game right now is off of crouch jab on hit and then just seeing what you're going to do. Sion trying to be the aggressor now, has level 3 in the back, slowly pushing Blue to the corner.
All those parries built up so much drive gauge back for him, though.
I love where Blue is choosing to jump, jumping in spots where crouching fierce is going to be the best anti-air. Nice starter there for Sion. Not going to cash out a super to be able to get that kill.
Yeah, definitely being a little greedy here with that meter, which, I'm not going to lie, is always kind of cathartic when the Geef then punishes that. But the up back kick coming in from Sion there, closing out the round.
Ooh, green means go. Shades of Perkish. Maybe that's just a New England thing. Okay. trade on the jump in, but I mean, Zangief, look, your health is a resource. You have to make those trades because when you do get a good check on the drive rush, but again, Sion is not letting Blue take these cheeky opportunities to move forward going into level 3. If nothing else, this is going to earn back Blue some drive gauge, give them the drive advantage on top of Sion, and Sion is not going to want to block. Has enough drive gauge to parry. What a whip punish! Oh, late! Ooh, and you're dead.
The damage is just ridiculous. Do you think we can convince Idom to play this character?
I feel like Idom likes hybrid grapplers a little bit too much.
I wonder when he'll get one in this game. It's crazy. But for now, we are going to watch Blue just slow walk Sion down to the corner here.
Okay, jump in. We find the counter hit throw. Oh, and it's a back throw too. You thought you got out of this corner? No, you are going to stay right here. Drive gauge looking a bit depleted there for Sion.
And Blue just parry.
Yeah, Blue is just comfortable holding parry to block. You cannot jump here, my friend. Is he blocking? He is.
That's got to be frustrating for Sion. Trying to just use every defensive option available at your disposal, and every single one of them is getting beat out by this big man Blue.
The chop is so good. One thing that's been troublesome for Sion here is I feel like he has not had the chance to do one of Guile's best strengths, which is the strength of drive rush behind Fireball. Blue is checking it in all of the right places.
You gotta be afraid to run at the grappler, right? Like, he is gonna make it problematic for you eventually.
Okay.
Spending a lot of drive gauge there. Has to build it back up a little bit here as Sion. You can see them down backing.
Sound kick. Love the patience out of Blue. Headbutt. Pressing the issue. There is a level 3 on deck. And you do have to be mindful of it.
Careful. You're at that range where you die, honestly, from a level 3. Can't get hit by anything, but they are going to spend the OD, getting that boom out there, closing out the round for themselves. Has to win yet another to stay alive in this game. In the set, even.
Right, backing off, block string pressure. I mean, it's like we were just saying about base versus a wild. I feel like Blue is just willing to block in these spots. It's like, yeah, you know what? If I never make a risk in the spots where your buttons matter, then you have to start taking risks to try to chip away at me. Having a sturdy life lead here, though, is Sion.
And that was something we saw a lot yesterday from Blue, is using that drive reversal to beat out the tough drive rush after Fireball situation.
Puts himself in burnout with the OD flash kick. Another flash kick for the anti-air there. Throw is not going to be enough. Ooh, the overhead gets clipped.
Gets the cross up as well. Going to be able to try and run this for as long as they can, but one stray boom, one stray flash kick is all it's going to take to close out this round. But look at Sion, trapped in the corner, afraid of the big man. Blue blocking for his life right now.
Very little drive gauge left. Blue is, oh, is that going to connect?
That's not.
Oh,
you're dead! Good game. See you in the loser side, buddy.
Wow. Blue, the thing that most impressed me with that last round was Blue spent a fair bit of it with so little drive gauge, barely in the position to use parry that we had seen used to such great effect. And in that spot, all I'm thinking to myself is, you can't afford to block. Oh yeah, one of the... don't believe the propagandists. This character is still an absolute monster.
Only on the other side, though.
Nice check there from Chris D. Burkish on the back foot in terms of drive gauge, but now we have that real estate advantage. Oh, nice jump back jab to keep Chris D locked down. We're back to mid-screen.
Interrupting those Jinrais there, trying to make sure that they can keep the pressure on, but these fireballs just buying space, buying time. And this has been so problematic for so many people this weekend. Chris D has been using them with these Jinrai setups.
Myself included.
Yes, I saw that.
That's how I didn't make it out of my pools. Oh, good jump out by Chris D. What is that DI? You're just shy of being able to connect to the wall, though.
OD Mixer buying a little bit of space. Oh, does it
wow!
The disrespect.
That was something, man.
Why block when you can DP?
I didn't pay $60 to block.
Exactly. But right now, getting thrown towards his corner side.
All right. Stug playing on the more patient side, finds the anti-air OD Mixer once again. Back throw. We have level 2. We are going to go right for it.
Why not? What would stop you from going for the level 2 here? Apparently parry. Lots of really good blocking there from Chris D, using the block button for himself.
Okay, I need a counter on
we're at
OD
4.
Mixer's post Jinrai. Yeah, we're at 4. Okay, OD DP coming up from Chris D to try to work their way out of the corner. Level 3 is available for them, so there's a lot of damage in the tank.
No.
These DI choices
dead.
out of Burkish are so interesting.
Yeah, you're super dead. But the DI, I don't know if he's just trying to beat out some sort of approach from Chris D, or maybe...
I mean, the Jinrai, once you use Jinrai, you're sort of committing to that follow-up string, right?
Yeah.
Like, Ken can't special cancel into Jinrai and then still be able to check you if you do it that preemptively. So maybe it's a hard call on that being the go-to poke structure out of Chris D, but it's not worked out for him. It's a little bit too hard of a read, and Burkish doesn't quite have his bearings. Nice perfect parry. Gonna keep Chris D locked down in the corner, just about to get a level 2.
Just one more setup and he'll have it available. Can't keep Christie in the corner for too long, but puts him right back where he found him. We do have the level 2 available. Here's the throw. Double dash back. Doesn't get a chance to spend it because Christie is too fast.
Oh, well, nice jab check on the DR, but Burkish able to get the better of that scrambly situation after. Right now, this matchup between these two is very tumultuous, very volatile. There's a lot of these minor situations where they are making very big choices and swinging for the fences.
Which, they're kind of big swing characters, right? Like, you have Rashid's that kind of mixed grimy character with that level 2, but sometimes he just has to make that call. He has to try and interrupt these strings to get his own game plan going. And yet again, Burkish with the perfect timing on the mixer.
Okay, press the issue, find the throw. Empower our next. Oh, wow, what a call! Christie actually, it looked like that was a jab there, so I think the idea was that it was going to be Eagle Spike, but the super jump there actually works out great for Burkish. Backing off, wants to earn some space. Wow, jump in, goes unchecked, and another round on the board.
Yeah, that's one of those things. If you just let the jump-ins free reign, Burkish will take advantage of that. He's been doing that for 2 games now.
Jinrai, my friend, green isn't the only thing that means go.
No, sometimes you just got to lift that leg up a little bit. Does get the anti-air that time, though, and we're going to be able to try and push forward. Gets the side swap. Oh, that was gross.
All right, having corner lockdown, walk forward, jab, just catches out. Another just jab, but he doesn't have the follow-up after the confirm. One more touch will still do it for Chris D. Nice bait, baits out the parry attempt, round on the board.
Burkish taking his chances there with the defensive option.
Oh my god.
The reaction times are so good from Burkish today.
I mean, Burkish has just made the decision. So many people are like, how do you deal with raw DR or neutral? Burkish obviously has an answer, and it's OD Mixer.
Yeah, there is potential for this Ken to start stopping and blocking a little bit, but until that happens, Burkish is going to be full sending on these DPs. That's not what he wanted to see there.
Okay, parry, press the issue. That was going to be a back throw there. Nice tech out of Chris D. Fishing with the roundhouse. It's not going to happen. We really want that roundhouse starter there as Burkish. Nice! We don't have a pickup after. We're still really fishing, but Chris D has CA in the back. As this drive gauge comes back, this is kind of scary.
Jab check into the OD Jinrai. Doesn't get anything more after it, but it does buy space. But that is the last you want to be giving to a Rashid. Sending out the tumultuous wind, chasing him down with the mixer as well. Both of them on the verge of burnout. Critical art still available here for Chris D, but he's got to get in there.
Chris D, when he goes into the fireball mindset, I feel like it's a little bit too isolated from the rest of his game plan. It's a very discrete game state that he ends up in, and I think Burkish has honed in on that, and that's why we're starting to see these anti-fireball tools coming out. A little bit of consideration coming out of Chris D here.
Yeah, I mean, Burkish definitely tons of experience in a fireball matchup between his training partners here in Street Fighter 6, his previous experience in other titles. Like, he just knows how to deal with a fireball character.
Okay, empty DR, the jab coming out from Chris D. We're seeing Burkish is making these adaptations around how Chris D plays defensively. Okay.
Chris D having to make some adjustments of his own. Does finally get a DR that doesn't get punished, but Burkish fighting his way out of the corner.
Okay. Back throw, we've got a bar on the deck. Okay. Punish counter throw. Burkish slowing it down just a smidge. Uses the regular heavy mixer that time for the anti-air. Can't afford to put himself in a burnout. Nice check.
This time he can, though, because he's got the meter on deck. Doesn't get a chance to cash it out, so goes to the level 2 here.
Up back isn't going to work, and we're safe.
That's it. Level 2 on deck here for Chris D. We're definitely going to be able to
He didn't cash out? Oh, okay, we're fine. We had a checkmate situation.
All right.
Was it calculated?
It does mean he gets to carry those 2 bars into this next round, just about at the level 3 as well. So it's going to give him such a huge life advantage eventually if he can cash that out. But Burkish, ever on the offensive, gets himself corner control,
oh my God.
keeping it with the OD mixing.
Counter hit setup working out for him. Finds the throw. What do we see next? Goes for shimmy, no bite. Counter hit setup works out again. We have the level 1 Super Rashid kick to close out the round, and this is set point for Burkish.
Already?
That's a low-key disrespectful.
I'm going to be honest, I thought we were in game 2 still.
Nope. Flips with the low, does Chris D. HDP after. Okay, we want out of the corner. What a weird situation.
Yeah, Chris D definitely looking for the air-to-air, but Rashid, that's where he spends a lot of his time. He's well acquainted with the air. Does get the Eagle Spike, doesn't get the Corpse Hop though, so he is going to be just pushing forward. Chris D not able to time it right.
Uses the level 1 just to put Chris D straight into burnout. Burkish wants to set up as close to a checkmate as he can. Gets the link there because the burnout adds the extra frames. I don't think Burkish was quite prepared for it. Using that drive reversal. Wow. He just knows that the rope is in place. The trap is laid. Level 3 CA from Chris D. It's not going to connect into the cutscene though.
Does get a little bit of damage. Drive reversal, wake up coming here from Burkish, but in the burnout situation, just full swinging there with the Jinrai.
Yeah, Burkish definitely got a little bit too hungry there.
I mean, why not? Like, if you're on set point, you do have 2 games to work with. Sometimes you can just force it through there with the issue.
I tend to believe that you should just play smart.
Nah.
But, you know,
ruthless.
It is what it is. I appreciated the ruthlessness, but the thing is, that's a big emotional swing for Chris D now to have been in that pocket and then pulled it back.
We'll see if he can keep that momentum going here as he is trying to fight his way out of this P2 corner once again. Lots of jab checks coming in, but Burkish now spending a couple mixers just to be like, nah, you're not ready yet.
Wow, so smart to neutral jump there. I wonder why the DI choice had come out for Chris D. I don't know if there was a fear that Burkish was going to hard commit because he had such little drive gauge.
Here it is,
on set point
once again here for Burkish. Gets the drive rush and trims.
Punishing standing short in this house.
He got another punish counter throw, Brad. So here we go. Turbulent wind on the horizon. Gets the overhead. You're reaching, Chris. Does get the punish counter reversal out, though. Buying himself so much space, but again!
It's such a critical answer to what is obviously a massive part of Chris D's toolkit.
Does get the punish counter for himself. Going to be able to get the side swap here. But the back throw from Burkish, buying him all that space back.
Waiting it out.
And look at Burkish, full back, waiting for his own drive to come back. But with that, it's gonna do it. You look, Burkish, do you see the look you just gave him? Yo, he's got his coach Casa a bunch here, so we'll see if that helps him out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to be warm, right? And I think you're absolutely right that sometimes Nell, he has his good days and his bad days. He's one of those players where, you know, there's still a little bit of volatility to which version of them shows up on any given day. Mashed Potatoes has him locked down. Okay, back throw from Nell, earns his way out of the corner. We want to press the issue, but up kicks.
Yep, just keeping him trapped in that corner there. Gonna try and run the mix as much as possible.
Let me see 3. Thank you.
C4. He tried 4, but
I think that was a jab, but the wake-up reversal out of Mashed Potatoes. Okay, life really even. Jinrai setup.
Oh, that's a tough spot. We do have 2 bars of meter. Not going to need any of it, though. So Mashed Potatoes, first blood going there. You can see Nelbomb adjusting the song in his ears, trying to get a better mix going.
All right.
Now, I do wonder what we're going to see for the Fireball game situation, right? Like, we didn't see a whole lot of it yesterday from Nelbomb. Was just very focused on playing that full neutral game. But Ken can kind of force you into that scenario.
I think the fear, right, is when DJ plays in that style, he's very committed in a way that loses out to DI, so it can be really scary. You can go a little bit buck wild right now with Mashed Potatoes being in burnout. I wish Nell would press the issue a little bit more. Okay, OD Fireball. Up kicks, there we are. Yeah, it was gonna come eventually.
You have to be able to very easily punish the jumping attempts from a Ken player because they are privileged. So you can't just let them rock. The DI is going to connect as well. 3 bars a meter in the tank. That should be enough to close out game 1 here.
Yeah, a great presence of mind to be able to bring that one out there from Mashed Potatoes. I think Nell believed he had a tighter grasp on the game flow in that moment than he actually had. And Mashed Potatoes not dissuaded, still willing to play his game. Little bit of consideration here.
Yeah, deep breath. You know, we do know that Nell is advancing into a more cerebral player, much more mindful about his game pace. So maybe taking that extra second to reacquaint himself with his goals in the match here, trying to see if he can maybe capitalize a little bit more. But right now, trying to play that neutral game, Ken buttons, just doing Ken button things.
Yeah, I think part of the difficulty here, I just feel like Nell is trying to play a really active mid-range style, and what's happening is once he sends out the one poke, Ken is just in a better position to try to capitalize on that space than DJ is. So we're seeing Nellbomb is getting the worst of a lot of these more extended interactions. I think you need to pick your shots a little bit better here as DJ in this matchup. That's a great shot to pick.
Gets the knockdown, advancing forward, but okay. Gets the OD up kicks, trying to buy a little bit more space. Oh, such good timing there from Mashed Potatoes, getting the read on the extra fireball attempt from Nellbomb.
Yeah, there's Nell is trying to represent the fireball feint a lot, and I feel like Mashed Potatoes is demonstrating, like you said, a really great sense of when that is going to be. Pressing the issue, so willing to spend a lot of drive gauge here as Mashed Potato. Okay.
He's just living up to the Shotos of old.
The fireball timings from Nell being absolutely red. We don't have the anti-air ready. No confirms off the jabs.
OD, fireball coming in. Dragon Lash, getting him the corner control. That's modern. That's modern.
It didn't even need to be, but it absolutely was in that moment. And look, this is an awful spot now for Nell, just because that combo that sets up checkmate, but Jinrai on even on block would have killed. That's a checkmate situation. Mashed Potatoes looking super dominant right now.
He is looking very strong, very prepared for the matchup as well. He's got really great timings on these whiff punishes as well, which has to be frustrating for Nellbomb right now. He's trying to get these buttons in, trying to get anything started, and Mashed Potatoes just seems to be right there.
Nice jab check, but again, it's these interactions where Nell, once Mashed Potatoes blocks something, Nell's turn is over, and he's not standing in a range where he can really compete with what Ken can bring to the table. Fully locked down in the corner, just slowly getting chipped away by these follow-ups off of Jinrai. Even on block, you're going to die at a certain point. Walk back, low forward, set point for Mashed Potatoes.
I don't know what the answer was there, Brad. Waltham Burnout, just the endless Jinrai, infinite domain, Ken Jinrai.
Very little drive gauge here. Oh, smart spot to actually fireball there from Mashed Potatoes. Wants to force Nell to be like, hey, that last little bit of drive gauge, I am taking it from you. And once again, Nell just on the back foot, having to deal with these Jinrais. Yup.
Gets the stun. We're going to be able to build level 3 here as well. So as long as there's no drop, that should do it here for Mashed Potatoes. We're able to take it 3-0 over Nellbomb.
Yes, indeed. I wasn't sure about that last little tick. Defensive, very willing to walk and block. Burkish has demonstrated that he's willing to make these bigger swings. And I think, especially in a 3 out of 5 set, you have to wonder, how are you going to adjust to the way Burkish is going to DR on the ground or go to the air? Or how are you going to adjust to the fact that Burkish is never going to let you drive rush?
Yeah, big perfect parry there. Gets the back throw into the corner as well. But you're trying to jump in on a Rashid in the corner. Good luck. Burnout here for Burkish, but how much will it matter? I'm not sure, but we are going to be building up some meter. Blocks the DI attempt from Sion.
Yeah, that was a smart spot to try to DI because Rashid is not in the position to really do anything to keep himself safe. Level 1 going to come out. This is a good spot. Sends out a Sonic Blade empowered Sonic Boom. Burkish just about out of Burnout. This is huge. Yeah, keep that block string going. Now you don't die on chip.
Oh! Really smart sequence there from Burkish, letting the Guile drop into place for the DI stun. So, first blood. Jesus.
Eventually, people are going to learn. You can't be doing that against Burkish.
But I feel like that's the wrong lesson, right? Like, if you just let him get away with it, he's going to keep doing it. You got to find the answer.
I think the answer is you don't do it when you know he's in the position to just OD mixer you. Sion having Burkish pinned down in the corner now, but
like,
oh my god, the anti-airs.
Don't jump at him, Brad. That's what you're trying to tell me? Just let him do what he wants?
He puts himself in burnout, but what is he? 4-0 with OD mixers right now?
And the burnout here honestly doesn't matter that much. He has so much life left behind the tank. It might start mattering a little bit after this sequence, but not really, actually. He's still got so much life.
Yeah,
next touch kills.
Empty low was great there for Sion. Okay, that little bit of extra delay. Burkish not in a position to be able to do anything to stop you. But here's the thing. Sion puts himself in burnout. Burkish now out of burnout. That jab, I mean, the worst case scenario, you lose the round if you get counter hit. If you don't and that jab comes out, it's done because you can kill on chip, guaranteed.
So game one going over to Burkish here. Just slow advancing, taking what he can when he can. And he gets full control of the corner here. Nice TP to get out of the corner.
Yeah, watching for that. That's one of the tricks that Burkish likes to do to sort of keep the pressure going in the corner, catch you for holding a little bit too much down back. Okay. Very slight drive gauge advantage, but these guys are both playing so fast with their drive bar. Just targeting it. Oh my god, Burkish!
Burkish definitely looking up to, some of his Ken player shows, favorites, making sure that the burnout meter comes back as fast as possible. Because you can't earn it back unless you spend it.
So from Burkish there, he's using mixers as block pressure to keep Sion close to burnout, and then once it becomes clear, waits that little bit to recognize it. What a bait on the flash kick. Level 1 is going to come out that just shy of burnout again. Nice whiff punish.
Yeah, I mean, whether you block there or you get punish countered, you're in burnout, so might as well try something, maybe is the thought from Sion, but now you're just in this infinite loop of I'm blocking, I'm stunned, I'm dead. Burkish looking to take game 2 here.
He had the glow. We need a glow stick mod for Rashid on that one. Just dancing. That was some Burning Man stuff. Clipped by the fireball on the way back, but the run pressure, okay. OD flash kick coming out from Sion again, but I can't help but feel like the amount that he feels like he has to spend to keep Burkish off of him is so scary. And the fireball game just thoroughly not dissuading Burkish from playing at all. Wanted for the parry, didn't have enough drive gauge for it, so he does eat that.
Oh, the adjustment of the approach there doesn't matter because the flash kick still came out. So we are going to get around here for Sion.
You need that parry pump. I don't know if that was, if we wanted to bait a response. Oh, you know what? That was probably to try to bait to see, like, are you watching for parry or are you watching for green?
Gets the hit and the knockdown. The tech there kind of vital for Sion to make sure that Burkish can't keep his pressure ongoing, but really struggling to get out of this corner here. Burkish with the knockdown again.
Waiting it out. Okay, we don't quite get the cross cut in that situation. I mean, his heavy mixer isn't the best for being able to do that stuff. Plus frames, back throw. You don't get to stay out of the corner unless I deem it so. Level 2 coming out. I like that from Sion. Walks forward and parries in the tornado just to take it off the table.
I do feel it's a little risky because if you mistime it even a little bit, you're eating that full set of damage. But honestly, if you just eat the tornado straight up, it's honestly not the end of the world either. But right now, both in burnout, you would think Guile would kind of be loving this, but he didn't get the flash kick. He didn't have the upcharge. Able to strong it out, though, and gets the game.
Wow, that was a little bit scrambly there. We were trying to keep the plates in the air, but working out for him.
Yeah, I think once both players get into burnout, it's a little dicey.
I mean, Guile is a great character to fight out of burnout in because your fireball game is still so strong, your flash kick is still so solid. As long as you're not already on the back foot, he can fight out of burnout all right. And he can pressure you in burnout really, really well. Nice standing short. That's not a tool we've seen represented very much from Sion so far, but it's going to be an interesting thing to bring into the table now with how big DR has been out of Burkish. So is that OD flash kick. What a bait! Sonic Blade with no fireball. So no extended hurt box for the slide to connect.
Oh, does get the perfect parry to beat out the fireball, and now you're burnt out against Burkish, even though he's got a pixel left.
Oh no!
That's fine though, you don't die. You are in burnout, which actually is pretty meaningful, but Yeah, going for the slide there.
Yeah,
getting
that's still
punished.
punished. Even in Burnout, that was still a punish counter. I think he needed to be a little bit, like that needed to hit a smidge later to be safe enough for him. But it was checkmate really in either case. You didn't have anything to bring to the table. Catches the anti-air this time.
Stops up short with the drive rush. Big punish on the drive reversal.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually fine. You get them off. You do set up the turbulent wind, which is rough, but the chip will end eventually. However, stuns are eternal, but I don't think Burkish can kill here just yet. He is going to need one more setup. Look for the throw.
Oh, jab, and then sets up the shimmy situation after. Works out for him. Perfect KO to close that one out.
So this is now set point for Burkish.
Playing a little bit slower. Oh, interesting. That was an early crouch fierce out of Sion. And now another read on the OD flash kick. Okay, if we had come down with a limb, I think that would have connected, but perfect parry out of Sion. And the back throw, you have all this real estate to work with now, but the wrong choice of fireball. It travels off the screen a little bit too fast. Level 2 comes out from Burkish.
Gets him pushed forward just a bit to give him space for the tornado. How much longer will the tornado last? Not very, but enough to get the super jump in. Gets the back throw. OD Eagle's spike was not what he wanted there.
But Sion, no! You don't want a back throw there! That was the wrong choice, but we have the level 3! It's still gonna work out! That almost slipped through his fingers. I was so afraid with that back throw ending up in the corner while in Burnout, but had what he needed in the tank to close that one out. We're going to game 5.
Yes, going the distance. Burkish definitely got to be a little sad about that Eagle spike, though, which kind of set up the rest of that round. But he's going to get another opportunity here. Already nearing Burnout is Sion, though. And that is tough against what we've been seeing from Burkish.
Okay. Doing a much better job of playing in this mid-range, being a little bit less committal, less fireballs, and just forcing Burkish to have to make these bigger reads. Ooh, and now Sion, the one baiting his responses out of Burkish.
Yeah, this is way late in the set for Burkish to be changing things up and getting punished for it. But the perfect KO coming in here from Sion, going to be giving set point to them.
Okay, we have the anti-airs here. Up backside of Sion, roundhouse connects, clip by the overhead. We block the flash kick. This set is so much of destroying the other person for reversaling in the wrong spot. Good with punish. Don't spend the level 2.
Yeah, no, I think you just do that. Get the throw, save it for the next round. If you really want, you can start the round with it. We've seen that from Burkish before, but
now you wait, you find a situation where you can get it in like a knockdown situation where you would traditionally see it from Rashid, because it gives you, oh my god, actually we just set it up full screen, that's fine too. Setting it out,
kicks it at him, says, hey, you forgot this. Does get the knockdown here, picks it up again a little bit, going for the mix, baits out the flash kick, and this is danger zone.
Oh, back, finding the fireball, but clipped on the DR to get out. Sion only gets 1 to 2 more guesses.
Next is done. All right, flash kick, finding him a little bit of space. By a little bit, I mean full screen. Oh, he tried it.
Okay, we have level 2 if we want it, or we save a little bit. We are asleep at the wheel. We didn't have the life. I don't think we had the life to counter DI inside of like low forward and Jinrai range. It was super solid. We're gonna see how this one goes.
We did also see a lot of Jinrai coming out of mashed potatoes, right? When he had that sequence where, you know, he had Nail Bomb and Burnout, and it was just Jinrai. So I think it's behooving of a while to stay out of Burnout. Trapped in the corner.
Fierce Jinrai keeping the pressure going. Wants to work his way out. Low forward, nothing really comes of it. We don't get the cross cut. Back throw from mashed potatoes, putting a while right back into the corner.
I think Wild will have a much better luck with the fireball game in this matchup compared to the Kimberly.
See,
not really having to worry about that underslide, which is really problematic.
Wild True, oh man, asleep at the wheel again, getting smoked by DI. This is something that's working out great for the players who are representing DI so far in this top 8 are getting away with a lot. Save pressure, going just for the throw. Throwing up the fireball. What I was going to say is with how active Mashed Potatoes is playing with the movement, it's not like Chun can walk forward and then still represent fireball. Oh my god, wanted for the stance cancel pressure, but like I said, Mashed Potatoes making it a problem, puts himself in burnout, but we do get away with the Jinrai. You can't really afford to throw a fireball. Yes, we have the level 2 on deck. That's going to be a punish.
Gonna be able to get some good damage here. It's gonna be enough to kill even.
Yeah, the corner routing.
You
I wasn't
saw
sure.
It looked like they weren't sure themselves. They looked away like, damn. So first blood going over to them. Scary situation, obviously, being in burnout against the Ken like that. But right now we are going to be able to see here, getting mashed potatoes into the corner.
Finding the anti-air. Mashed potatoes getting a little bit dissuaded from that solid ground game we had seen out of them. Frame trap working out. A while can't really afford to block that. I think that's one of the advantages that Ken has, like the way that he can stagger his stuff around Jinrai and Drive Rush. It's really scary. Now a while gonna be in burnout, cashing out this level 3 here as mashed potatoes. Gonna be able to run some pretty decent offense, but level 2 still available for a while, so that fireball game cannot really come out.
That said, you do still have a long time to deal with this burnout here. And when you have mashed potatoes sitting on a full stack of meter, I don't think the fireballs even matter. Just keep Jinraiing, get the DI success again. The stun should have been enough.
Okay.
Is going to be able to bust out there with ODDP though.
And mashed potatoes shaking his head a little bit there. That was a really risky place to have that drop. That could have been everything.
I mean, he had the fogged up glasses. It's not his fault.
Oh, sure. That's it. Nice. You reach IT, catches with the standing fierce. And Ken so good at the corner carry. Back throw out of a while. Thanks for bringing us both here.
I did like that backdash though from a while to just buy just the ever slightest amount of space. Gets the pickup off the fireball though.
Okay. Wants to just keep this control here. You can't really afford to make a huge mistake. Okay. Not finding up kicks, but jump back as long as we keep the space. No, walks forward a little bit too far. Goes for a parry. Pump gets thrown for his trouble. Another throw.
Get looped. Okay, I love that. Getting the parry means you don't have to worry about the repercussions of the DI. You can get that back throw in.
Oh, and the level 3 is in the back.
Still level up, yeah. So that is going to be game 1 here, going to mashed potatoes.
That last tick once again. And I think a while was playing that the way that I sort of want him to, was really claiming all of the space that mashed potato was surrendering to him. It's just like, all right, word. It's the approach that I think Chun needs. You have to be willing to just be the other wall in the trash compactor scene of A New Hope and get them to the corner and just make them feel stuck.
Which is always tough when your opponent does have the option of a one-button invincible reversal. So we are going to see the neutral game working out here for mashed potatoes once again. A little short on that throw attempt though, so it does give a while the chance to buy themselves back to mid-screen. Forces them into burnout.
Okay. Safe pressure at the end. We're not going to level 1. Oh, okay. That's the setup where earlier we had seen a while go for the overhead there, but didn't want to do it there. I wonder if maybe there was some second guessing because of the possibility of those modern reactions for reversal level 1. Mashed potato just about out of, now out of burnout. Able to use that OD fireball. Parry pump. Nothing really comes of it. A while now in burnout. This is scary, but a level 2 is on deck, so you don't want to pressure too much.
40 seconds left on the clock. Mashed potatoes can definitely take their time here.
Okay, drive rush in a low forward. You see the amount of respect they both have for each other's neutral tools.
Yeah, that's cheap. Once again, P1 corner being made into a homestead.
Okay. Finding the throw. I mean, every Ken player's dream. 80 fireball in case there was a wake up. Oh, level 3 gonna go through the pressure. That's a CA. Yes, it will put mashed potatoes in burnout.
I think this is a bit of a pressured move from a while though, because now they do have the burnout attempt, but they have not been crazy successful. As we see the jump in from mashed potatoes close out the game.
How is a while going to answer this unbridled intensity and aggression out of mashed potatoes? This super solid, unstoppable force of a neutral game that has been mashed potatoes.
They got to slow it down somehow. I don't know how at this point, because they've tried a lot of things. They've tried to play a little bit of a fireball game. They've tried winning button-wise, but the Jinrai will rise again every round.
I think maybe one thing it seems like a while is doing is he's playing a little bit more passively, a little more defensively, and forcing mashed potatoes to be in a position of like, hey, you're going to spend your drive gauge, especially because Ken doesn't naturally have plus frames, so you need to spend your drive gauge to generate frame trap situations for yourself. backing way off, just going for a fireball game now as Mashed Potatoes wants to do everything he can to equal out this life differential.
And what are you supposed to do here? While the answer is just hit him. Doesn't get too much out of the meter, but once again, going green here is Mashed Potatoes, getting that Dragon Lash to connect is big damage.
It is enough to kill. It is set point for Mashed Potatoes, and the crouching jab choice out of a while. What's wild is we saw that interaction beat out Dragon Lash earlier in the set, but Mashed Potato used a different strength of Dragon Lash. Backdash shimmy works out for him. Level 3 is in the back. Overhead connects. Okay, Standing Fierce connects right at the tip. We have the damage in the tank for the level 3. Is that a perfect close it out? Yeah, we don't even need to watch the cutscene. Mashed Potatoes moving on to the losers semifinals to play against Burkish. Respectable performance out of a while, but
I changed my answer.
Jumping up the tier list to get a better look.
Yeah, crush him, base. Let the Snake Lady roar. So we are going to be seeing the Aki here, unless we've been baited into a button check, but this does not appear to be so. We're getting these whips coming out here, and I mean, this is quite a jump in the tier list, if we're being honest. Going from the Kimberly to the Aki.
Oh man, the wrong spot to stick out, the wrong poke. Blue now with corner control. Knockdown from the Lariat. What's the pressure going to be? Regular throw.
This is definitely, actually, man, I gotta think about it, but this is actually so terrible for Aki.
Yeah,
because
so
what is the one thing Aki doesn't have?
A reversal. What is a reversal, Alex?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for 2,000, Brad. And what does Geef thrive on? The lack of reversals. So this might actually break down into a matchup of who gets the corner first.
But I do think Aki still might be the better pick because Aki can more effectively play at a farther range than Kimberly can without having to make as many committal choices. Back throw out of Blue.
We have seen Blue get some really great timing on the approaches here. That back throw was crucial. The jump in last round was round winning. And you're dead.
This is clean.
The Geef damage will crush just about anybody's health crush. That's going to be game 1 going to Blue.
Not looking phased at all. Strong. I'm looking over to see whether right back to character select. Bleeds when people could do that. And that's all before, I mean, we didn't even need to see some DI shenanigans where she's weak to DI.
Yeah, I do think that it is still a bit of a struggle though with Kimberly, who again, doesn't have a reversal. So it's not exactly like we're going from, a DP-less character to, Ken Masters. We are still having to deal with a situation of who gets control first, and they might be able to run away with it. But, wow, that's a lot of armor for the big man.
Whoa, what a standing reset into the DI! Wow, Blue recognizing that he wanted extra damage for himself. Any more touch will do it. Wow! Standing 360s.
I did mention it the last time Blue was on stage that these Geefs are really loving that DI double chop. It is really wreaking havoc on the players these days.
Okay, and one thing I want to highlight, the way that Blue used his armored tools to beat Kimberly when she went for that command jump to try to start the pressure, the armor just beat it clean, and that's where that round went. Reset into the back throw off of the DR. Base wasn't ready for it. That's one of the scariest things about fighting against Geef. You never know when he's just going to decide to throw you when you aren't paying attention.
Exactly. You've got to be so ready at all times, but right now we are getting a little bit of life from base. Going to be able to spend the level 3 here. It is the full critical art, so does get a little bit more damage out of it, but the important piece here is that movement speed buff. The damage, who cares? The movement speed to keep you out of Geef range is what matters.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a big deal, but clipped by the low. This is a one-touch situation for them. In burnout now is Blue. No, they're both in burnout. Elbow drop connects. Base has the damage, and because of that move speed buff now, we get to be in a much stronger position here in this game, round 3.
Yeah, both starting on equal terms. For the most part, you do still obviously have the level 3 for Blue, but again, that move speed, it's 11%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it can be so impactful when it matters.
Wow, that hit so meaty. And the whiff punish by way of command grab. Perfect parry and a back throw. Blue's in burnout now.
This is a little scary for 90% of the cast. We'll see what Blue can get away with, but he is just going to hop out.
Oh man, goes for the elbow drop, but the Lariat is available. That's another game on the board. The Kimberly definitely working out a bit better there than the Aki did, and I respect the way that started to go that way, but the fear is whenever that level 3 is available, you can't even feel confident abusing deep in burnout because at any point you could just die because they felt like it.
Yeah, I mean, let it rip, and it does half your health. So,
oh, whiff punish.
You gotta be so scared in those situations. You're gonna see another side swap coming in here from Blue, really loving this corner control for themselves, and that knee has crushed so many dreams. He is gonna get the mix there as well.
Okay, Arian, wake up. We saw this represented in Blue's last match as well. Really willing to play defensively around that. Oh, okay. We're going to punish the whipped command grab. I think Blue thought they were going to end up a little closer in that interaction or maybe catch out an extended limb.
All right, it's actually a little dicey now here for Blue. Ends up losing the round at the end of the day, and that is, you know, like I mentioned, the Kimberlys can guess right a lot of the times, and all of a sudden it adds up. Because even with that whip on the command grab, I didn't think it was really going to matter that much because we could have just done it again and won the round, but sometimes you're correct.
Oh, that
knee, oh my god.
And then another reset into the throw. Great situation, but in a smart spot to up forward from base. And I respect why that happened there. It was a spot where command grab will kill, so you play around that. I'm not even sure that, you know, a light confirm would have killed there. Level 3 going to come out because of that. Now for base, the CA again, same tune that we saw in the last game.
Oh, I don't know what's going on anymore. He does just have a little pixel of life here. Does get the stun, but with no meter in the tank, you're just looking for a reset here. Which, I mean, that's what the character does, but actually opting for the paint can versus continuing the mixing of the character. Ooh. I was kind of risky.
Yeah, standing short check there into the DR. Arms around for Blue. And set point now. Level 3 still in the tank for Blue, so you can't, there's risks you are not allowed to take anymore.
That is the time to take them though, Brad, because they won't expect it. We are going to have to wait and see if base does actually opt into these
what a
risks.
choice.
Sets him down on the paint can as well, but good block here. Gets it again. Blue having to fight their way out of the corner, has that level 3 still, but this should be enough to close it out. Built up yet another level 3. Base is on the board.
Yeah, what a turnaround there. And, you know, that's there's just a bit more control to it. I feel like that range where Blue was really coming alive, you were talking about that knee. There's been a lot more of like the low forwards connecting, and I feel like base has just made the adaptation around like, well, I can't play in this range in the way that I think I can. As well as, I think also just having a better read on how Blue is structuring his offense. These jumps and the way that he's dodging command grab has been so critical.
Getting some opportunity in the corner, but the belly flop jump out is really tough to deal with here for base. And even there, once he gets control of these headbutts, the knees that are all doing so much damage to his drive gauge, the OD, a little bit late.
Shame.
But the armor.
Okay.
Listen, we were all bullied by Marissa players for so long. It's Geef's turn with the armor.
Fishing with that knee, not getting much out of it. Okay.
Chop, chop.
We wanted for the whip punish on the low forward. We were a little bit late. Jump in works out there for base.
Keeping the pressure on, though. Keeping the momentum forward. Sending to the P2 corner. But again, that up forward belly flop, there just isn't an answer, it seems.
Smart elbow drop there. The way that the strike throw game has been opened up here for base, Blue is having a really hard time dealing with it, and adding that elbow drop as an additional layer to be able to bring it in as like a shimmy layer is so difficult. Corner control, very little drive gauge left. Base wanted to not block because we didn't want to deal with being in burnout. Punish counter back throw though.
You are in danger mode for both sides. So that's going to be the burnout coming in here for Blue. Overextending just a hair, and that's all they needed.
Yeah, definitely. Saw the light at the end of the tunnel, thought they were right there, but nope, it's the next exit, my friend. Level 3 early in this round from base.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't get a chance to spend it in level 2, which is ideally when you would have liked to get that off. So you got to get it out first, confirm here in level 3. That move speed going to be able to come in clutch. Gets the OD overhead, but just taking their time, dancing back and forth.
Man, these jab checks have been huge, and there's already in the air. Level 3 is not gonna work.
Gonna build up level 1 by the end here, but that wouldn't be enough to kill. They spend it anyway, though.
Well, because now we're in a spot where one strike throw interaction works out for base. That throw would have been it. Blue has his work cut out for him to be able to make this one happen. Low short into the SPD.
That's a start for sure. Oh, there was no follow-up.
Oh my god. Okay, catches out in the scrambly situation there. That's where Blue has really come alive, is blowing people up in that spot. But it seems like base is adjusted to the pace in that location.
Well, he's dumping the weighted clothing is what it is.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So now we're going to see a freer, faster Geeth.
Really feeling each other out, but that standing medium kick. Early start here for base, and such a departure from how this all started. It feels like base is now the one really driving these interactions. Catches out Blue, trying to do something on wake up besides block. That is a quick 50% lead here for base.
The momentum has certainly swung, it seems. And even with that jump out into the slam, we are... Actually, this is getting kind of scary for base. You lose health so fast in this matchup. Oh,
wow.
Really swinging for the fences there.
Okay, playing some footsies. The second low connects and it hit. Must have hit counter hit or something. I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah,
we have the level 1. Is this enough?
Paint can on
With
deck.
can? Yes.
Just enough there with the paint can to close out the round, and that sets up set point here for base, which is really what Blue was hoping to avoid. They wanted to be the one taking it here.
We're on the verge of a reverse 3-0.
That as well. That is a bit backbreaking.
With a throwaway game of the Aki at the start of it. Blue, pressing the issue, has the counter DI! Bah!
Double chop into the level 2 here. Going the full distance, which means we're going to be getting...
Ooh, smart. Going for the DI-specific route. The extra frame advantage earns him the respect to get the SPD. Final game, final round for our winners finals.
Here it is, folks. Again, winner takes the spot. And both of these players have to be really feeling it. And with base having not been given a chance to spend that level 3 yet, doesn't have move speed, doesn't have damage, and is trying anything to get that confirmed.
Yeah, base really wants to press the issue right now because Blue is so on the back foot. That punish counter throw works out great for him. Now, Blue in burnout. Yeah, like you said, you can really bully him.
Oh my god, your dome. So we are in kill range now with that. The stun for sure is going to do it. As long as we don't drop this here, gets the grab, linking it up, spends the meter. That should more than do it, even with the scaling, I imagine.
Yes, indeed. I looked over at the stage. Blue had that little look of like, maybe I have one more chance, but no. Wow.
I mean, we don't have to talk about his Street Fighter 5 Rashid. But we
oh
are
my god, I hated on his Rashid more than anyone on the planet.
We are going to be able to head into losers semifinals here. Mashed potatoes versus Burkish. Let them hear it, chat.
Okay, pressure keeping him locked down. Drive rush out. Okay, going for parries rather than trying to represent the OD mixer that we'd see in some of those situations. Oh, late with his own drive rush. And yeah, doesn't want to do it with the Jin right now. About a 40% life lead, but oh, what a smart jab.
When you spend this much time in burnout, you do need to find the other options for interrupts. So we are going to see very solid control here from Burkish. Just about out of burnout already as well.
Yeah, and that's huge. Great. Even donates some extra drive gauge, I guess.
And health bar, to be sure. So now this is Mashed Potatoes in full control here. Yeah, they're on a pixel, but sheesh. You're dead.
Oh no, a combo drop. OD mixer on wake up from Burkish. Wow. Scrambles on scrambles. Look, if Blue is the only person in this top 8 who has counter DI'd, if you can sit everybody down and
have a talk,
give a TED talk on counter DIs, level 2 coming out from Burkish.
Dashing forward there with the mixer there, gets the connection as well. Big damage coming out of this, especially with that OD mix into the ground bounce. Oh, doesn't keep it going though.
Very little drive gauge left to play with here for Mashed Potatoes, and I think Burkish very aware of it because you can see choosing the spots to start taking his turn back when Mashed Potatoes is not in the position to extend. Level 1 coming out now and closing that one out. Yeah, recognizing when Mashed Potatoes needs to slow down is looking like it's an important part of what Burkish is bringing to the table just now. We saw little bits of it in Mashed Potatoes' previous match against the Wild, but it was too little too late. smart. The early jab out of the DR as well to put him in the perfect spot for the anti-air.
Does get that ODTP out of mashed potatoes though. Back to mid-screen we go. But ooh, big haymaker taking out the rest of that drive gauge for Burkish.
Oh my god. Burkish just held up forward and got away with it. And you can just block this out. Who cares?
I mean,
what a jab check!
His life bar's not feeling too great, but he is gonna get a little bit back. But this is a bad spot to be in.
Yep. Gets the stun at the very last second.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything for him to do there. There wasn't going to be a chance for him to DI back. In burnout, obviously, didn't want to spend the meter or wasn't ready to spend the meter. So, does get first blood here. Perfect parry. No back throw, though.
Right. Going for the corner carry route. You could have gone. Oh my god, perfect parry answered back from Burkish into the back throw. Thanks for taking me all the way over here. Level 2 coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit further though.
Wow.
We're gonna win connection into the OD mixer.
Get out, went for a little bit of a staggered frame trap situation. Level 3 coming up from mashed potatoes. That's a choice I have to imagine is mostly for his drive gauge.
Yeah, I mean he's basically like 2% of life away from that critical art, but he needs that drive gauge to keep the pressure going.
Oh, man.
That punish counter throw eating the rest of Jesus. It's so smart.
I don't think a single DI from mashed potatoes has been answered.
To be fair, the last two Burkish was in burnout.
He had level 1.
Yes, I understand, but he hasn't spent it. He's really hoping for the level 2s. And I mean, they're so impactful, I can understand it. But also, if you're just not ready for it, having that reaction is critical.
Oh, smart. Okay, the back throw puts him in the corner, but it sets up a good situation after. A little bit of drive gauge left. Yeah, mashed potatoes was always going to mash it out there. Parry pump after the empty run.
Putting himself in burnout for a reversal there is certainly a choice. Following it up with the Eagle Spike, the choices continue here from Burkish. Trapped in the wall. We've seen this scenario before.
Where's
with
the
mashed
DI?
Potatoes.
There, finally! Level 1 comes out. Raw level 1 is enough to kill.
Yep.
Finally, one DI getting checked.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, can't get fooled again.
Okay. Anti-air, immediate corner control, but yeah, you can't. There's modern reactions at play. Perfect parry. Yeah, no back throw, wants to keep this corner control. Shimmy works out.
Yeah. Has to find a way to eat up the last couple of meters here for mashed potatoes, though. He's getting a lot of drive gauge back, and that's always a scary proposition for these Kens. Goes green, gets beat by the jab of Burkish, though.
He DR'd second, but because he hard committed to the early jab out of DR, he caught out a while. I think Mashed Potato must have believed that Burkish was going to back off and went for like a longer DR and a low forward. Back throw, same interaction. Oh man, you thought you could take your turn.
Oh no! Burkish goes sky high, eating a DI for his troubles, and now he's in burnout.
Yeah, he wanted the perfect parry there, but it put him into burnout. Another brilliant jab check.
Good forward throw as well. Life bar ever dwindling here. Gets hit by the tornado. This is so tough for mashed potatoes here. That's gonna hurt, but he does still get one more interaction, and Burkish probably gonna.
Oh man, I don't know if that was a dropper, if we wanted for a reset in that interaction and just didn't make the right choice after. Another good spot in the counter jab, and Burkish set point.
The potential for a reset there, I feel, is so scary because I feel like from what we've seen out of Burkish, he was reversing in one way or another. There it is. Both of them super low on drive gauge. Burkish lighter on the health bar.
Oh no, parry pump gets blown up.
Battle burnout.
Ooh. Oh, but catches him reaching. This meaty fireball is going to put mashed potatoes into burnout. Level 2 coming out.
Kicks it at him, tries to go low with that mixer, buying all the time into the corner, but you still have so much life to go through. Level 1 on deck. Critical art for mashed potatoes, though, who's going to pull the trigger.
Oh, shimmy works. And I mean, the fear in that spot, right, is like you have level 1 available. You can force a chip damage kill situation.
I'm really interested to see how Blue plays the drive gauge game this time, because we've seen him a lot of times now really punish the drive gauge of his opponent. And with how meter hungry Burkish has been playing his Rashid, I feel like there's a lot of room for danger there.
That's true, and we did see, as I look back up and recall that Blue was the one who sent Sion down into losers. The calls against how Sion was spending his drive gauge were a big part of what gave Blue those advantages. But Blue now hugely deficient for his drive gauge. Back throw, really important. Burkish donates some to the cause.
This is gonna hurt. You're alive, but not for long.
Can't really afford to block. And again, Blue has already shown that Blue is very much going to watch early on in the set and see what your defensive choices are.
That was really slick right there, too, because that was the jump out attempt that we saw Burkish getting away with a lot against Mashed Potatoes, where he uses that air jump to buy space. And Blue's like, me, I'm just going to spin in a circle and hit you wherever you land.
Get out. Up back, that would have blown up like an eagle spike or something. Yeah, same thing. No, lands on the mixer, doesn't come down with a button.
Trying to block his way out here. Does have to deal with some throws thrown in, though, and big man just trying to buy space. Burkish respecting him a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, Burkish slowing this down in this way, I actually am very supportive of. You want to pick the right spot. Can't overextend, not against Dezengi. They're going to blow you up for a mistake, and it is going to hurt a lot. Level 2 is available, and we do bring it out off of that throw.
Yeah, I know life is a resource, but we are seeing a lot of life being used up from Blue here. That's going to connect. Doesn't get the tornado on the background, but probably doesn't need it. We're going to be able to cash out into the level 1 here.
No, we didn't want to. We wanted to save it, but the low short connects. Yeah, you had the life to play with. Blue, the only way that round gets away from you is if Blue hard commits or you just take your hands off the controller. This standing short checks from Blue have been so good. What an answer to the way Drive Rush is being represented.
Dashing forward, gets the throw. Again, pushing ever towards this P2 side, but man, he just clipped him in the ankle. That's gotta hurt. Like, those wingtips gotta be like getting hit with the scooter in the old days. Actually, those have to be like some $10,000 shoes Geef is wearing. Do you know how hard it is to find a wingtip in size 32?
Size 32 managed to get the body splash out of the corner. This is so dangerous right now for Burkish, and makes the wrong call on when to get out. We have the level 3 in order to catch out. Blue is able to take the first game.
Yeah, just so much damage in the back pocket there, and this is some of those reversal tendencies Burkish has been getting away with here today. I mean, how many? It was what, 3 games in a row where we were counting the successful mixers. Now you're getting up against an opponent that is playing very defensively, very measured, and is being able to get the punishes on these.
Right. And again, playing this slightly slower style, I think not wanting to play a Blitzy's game and bringing in the Fireball to play one range farther out than he wants to. But surrendering that space has gotten Burkish into the corner, down about 45% life. Blue is totally fine with this. Okay, good check after the whiff knee.
Back there is so important for Burkish to try and buy space behind him, and yet still have the opportunity to press forward with the corner controls.
Oh, okay. Mixer catches out an extended poke from Blue. Punch counter throw. Wake up drive reversal out of Blue.
That was very nice to see. It's a little risky into the regime because they do get such a good punish out of it, but you do at least have to represent it.
Okay.
The reaction there to be able to get that mixer mid-drive rush is really big. Setting up the tornado.
Wow.
Close out the round in that low, catching Blue unawares.
Yeah, I think Blue was a little bit asleep at the wheel there. Just the tornado came out, and I think there was just this implicit respect of like, all right, you gotta do what you want now. And Burkish just took some really small choices, but it was all he needed.
Oh, tried to reach there with the throw, but Blue ready with the response.
The knee connects real meaty there. This time he goes for the SPD after the DR. We're seeing that's an interaction that Blue is really conscious of what his opponent is going to do.
Trying to chop it up there, but the tornado was faster. Drive a real concern here for Burkish, but being able to be offensive means it's building back up behind him.
Okay. Oh, man.
The knee timings have been immaculate from Blue.
Oh,
like
no.
Every time Burkish is trying to go in, he's getting clipped, but right now on the edge of winning game 2 here.
Yeah, there's no way Burkish is going to commit the bar in this spot because it's not a guarantee. Blue is able to close this one out. Does have to commit the level 2 in order to do it, but
hey, we take those.
Yeah, it earns him the round at the very least.
And I mean, the SPD earned him a third of a bar back.
That's
anyway,
very true.
So, like,
Oh,
the
big.
grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter too much. But here's the level 2 setup once again, coming out for Burkish.
Okay, oh, into the empty low.
The low clipping there is so huge. We're going to buy a lot of space here. What's the mix-up? Just jabbing it out, waiting for the response from Blue.
He has to slow down shortly. The throw there is actually pretty big because it gives him this extra little bit of breathing room. Burkish out of the green has the spot to extend with another DR. Great backdash from Blue.
The tech was pretty crucial as well, forcing Burkish to take a breather. But hey, man, we're just going to keep mashing those buttons. Another level 2 coming in here. Last one, very successful. This one, continuing success for Burkish. And you can see Blue shaking his head there going, yep, you got me.
Wow. Empty jump low. Burkish is bringing out an additional layer to the way he's playing around the level 2 from Rashid. And it's really exposing Blue. I think Blue's slightly more defensive tendencies are getting opened up a little bit with how Burkish is playing a little bit wider around Tornado, if that makes sense. Okay.
Sometimes like, because of the animations, I forget there's no cross-ups in this game. It so looked like Rashid was on the other side, yeah.
Okay, the throw connect out of the corner, but Burkish is definitely just going to back off, wants that drive gauge back, and Blue has to slowly walk him down.
Yeah, tried to get in over the Tornado, but the arc on those is so slim. Look at that. As soon as Burkish gets that drive gauge back, he is full steam ahead. Does get flipped over, though.
Oh, that headbutt hits real meaty. Cashing all the way out. That does earn the round.
I feel like people underestimate how much getting headbutt hurts.
You know what? I still think of like Street Fighter V where that was like half your stun bar.
The man's got a hard head. You gotta be careful. Forward throw into the level 2 for Burkish. I do like that if you're not in the corner already, Burkish is full spending that mixer to put you in the corner.
I mean, corner position matters an awful lot in this game, especially because it means you can really press this issue here. There's no room for Blue to start to walk back and make these minute spacing adjustments. Overhead connect. Burkish looking real clean right now, has level 2. There's the anti-air. And just the overhead to connect to close that one out.
I know the chat doesn't want to hear it, but I think we do need to tone down the meter gain a little bit. If not for everybody, at least for Sheed. The level 2 gain here is very reminiscent of It's a lot.
Okay, strike throw game working out for Burkish. Just wants to keep this composed right now, keeping a lid on it, but Blue making their way out of the corner. Oh man, commits with the medium kick in a spot where Burkish is gonna jump. I think, oh no!
Don't know what the input was there, but it came out in the sky. The burnout though is so huge here for Burkish. Gonna connect with the DI of his own for the first time today, honestly, I think. Level 1, close it out, game 3 to the Rashid man.
All I can think.
Oh, sure.
Hey, I like to look crisp. Clearly, Heath and I share that with one another, and that's the only thing we have in common.
Following up the aggression, trying to armor through, but too early is the tornado. Punish counter.
Starting to fish. I feel like Blue is starting to, okay, nice jab check, but I feel like Blue is being put in the position to start to put out some slightly more antsy pokes, and it's not quite working for him.
Oh,
okay, headbutt reset. No whip punish. Oh, just into the DI. Yep. Saw that Burkish was in a spot to try to counter poke, maybe catch a walk back.
My God, that meter gain was right through so much. Obviously, it was the OD throw there, but sheesh. Building that up super fast. Already half a bar away from his level 3 here is Blue. So I imagine the next successful throw will get a level 2 from Burkish.
I don't know, he might be choosing to slow roll, bring it out because he wants to be in a better life position before he does it. Now with the drive gauge where it is, maybe it makes a little bit more sense, but stuck in the corner, you've lost that opportunity now. Blue definitely wants to keep this back throw is huge.
Oh, but he doesn't spend it. Really holding on to it because he knows he has the life lead. Doesn't necessarily need to spend it here, but if he gets into a dangerous spot, spend level 3, yeah.
Yeah, wants to close it out, doesn't want to force an additional interaction, especially being in Burnout himself. If Blue ever got the chance to start running his own offense in that round again, it was going to be super scary with the threats of level 3, with the threats of all of that drive gauge available to him. So much free frame advantage from Burkish being in Burnout. Now, set point.
Yeah, I think the set point mentality here is actually really important as well, because it means that Blue has to play perfect from here on out. Whether it's this round or the first round next time, and that DI is going to start a wave of trouble cascading here for Blue, and it's only going to get worse.
Okay, I see number 2. Meaty pressure this time.
Oh! I don't know what Burkish was expecting, but he was sure to be in the air when that beef woke up. But man, there's only a pixel left. Next.
Oh, he's already in the air. The hard commitment out of Blue. I think that's the way Blue lost his last set as well.
I said he was locked in after coming back from his break between his 2 sets. We did see a very locked-in Burkish in the loser semifinals, and then a so locked-in Burkish for the loser finals. So now that it is his tournament life on the line, we'll see what he can really get done.
Okay, right now base definitely has the momentum in this ground interaction. Burkish finding the low forward to get things started, draws first blood in terms of actually getting a clean hit. Funhouse connects, throw tech from base. Okay, not able to go underneath the tornado. Wow, managing to get underneath the whiffed mixer, and now base with corner control.
Yeah, I am curious to see how base plays around that tornado, because we've seen them in these fireball matchups where they're very heavy slide, very smart about it as well, but the tornado just doesn't offer that opportunity.
Okay, finding the throw. Burkish with very little drive gauge to play around with, so the level 2 comes out instead. Make up the difference. Goes for a shimmy, nothing comes of it. Base with that little bit of hesitation for that jab check.
That's a lot of damage. The mixer after the tornado there, flipping base into the corner, was really rough for them there. But Burkish ready to let it rip early.
Wow, just letting these mixers rock. Base stuck in the corner, goes for the slide, gets the frame advantage, punish counter poke for Burkish. Corner control, very little drive gauge left, so we're just going to probably set up simple shimmies. Yes, indeed, that's what happens. Now we've got some green. Next interaction is level 2. We're not going to need it. We have the drive gauge to catch out. That is a quick first game for Burkish.
Yeah, Burkish looking so in control that second game. And even though they're both getting hits, Burkish is getting confirmable hits that he's able to take the distance. Whereas what we've seen so far from base, we saw a slide connect, maybe a couple jabs, just something you can really blow up.
It's harder to get actionable openings in the way that they're playing right now. What a whiff punish on the slide!
Yeah, being able to get the Eagle Spike to push him ever closer to the corner. So meaningful here, but base fighting his way out just to get Mixer.
Right, some plus frames for Burkish, sets up a strike throw situation again, and it works out for him, keeping the control. Slide gets out, but the back throw from Burkish, no, you will stay in this corner. Holds on to parry just a smidge too long, gets thrown for it.
Wasn't punish counter, notably, though, so it's a little important. Perfect parry coming in, that's the punish counter back throw, but your life is in danger.
Okay.
Okay, keeping the pressure on. Was looking for the reversal from Burkish, but they will for sure take a DI stun. There is a lot of life left though, so they're not going to be able to close it out, but this will set up a one-touch situation.
That's the thing. I was unsure. I was like, I think this kills, because even if it doesn't, you don't want to cash out there if it's not going to kill, because if Burkish would have been out of Burnout, it would have been a really dangerous situation to find yourself in. One touch and in Burnout.
Plus, it kind of robbed you of the level 3 from Kimberly in that round.
Also true.
Like, granted, you do get 2 rounds to build it back up again, which makes that spend a little less volatile. So right now, getting in the corner control, popping that can into the OD grab, and this is looking really strong for base here.
Nice counter jab from Burkish, though, to try to steal a little bit more space. Goes for the side switch. Throw comes out. We have the level 2. How's base going to answer this?
The last one of these was really bad for base. This one, not looking so great themselves either. I love this, actually.
God. I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah, there's no big in there, so they do still have to fight their way out of the corner, but they get it. Fighting for the life here.
Yeah, I like Burkish choosing to slow this down. Goes for the DI. Wanted to catch out on the slide, but just a little bit too far away. Needs this to stay a little bit slower to earn back this drive gauge. Oh, base is hungry to try to connect with those slides. Neutral jump connects. Oh! Used his head.
I feel like the elbow there at the end was a little risky as well.
One game apiece. Jabs okay, catches a little bit of a walk back there. Does Burkish with the low forward. Now we have immediate corner control. Delay tech from base does get blown up by the neutral jump shimmy.
What's the mix? Just going for the throw again. That was the punish counter, all the parry. The elbow trade, giving base the opportunity to throw himself into position. Gets the connection, spending some drive gauge. How far are we going to push this?
Ooh, didn't have anything after the standing medium kick, even on punish counter. Burkish still with a very slight life lead. Yeah, base needs to... Oh, doesn't choose to spend the bar. Level 2 coming out. This is super dangerous. Ooh.
I didn't want to say it could be it, but it was there was really no win situation there once you let Burkish stand up and spend the level 2.
Unless you're Chun-Li, apparently.
Well, yeah, but even then she needed the corner for the wall bounce.
Getting the start into the level 3 here is base, so gonna get that install going. Burkish gonna be pretty low on drive gauge here. I have to assume base is gonna continue to press the issue. Oh, parry pump from Burkish puts himself into burnout. We have level 1, empty run into pressure.
No anti-air opportunity though from base. Now he's trying to hold back for his life. Just needs one more opportunity and the slide will do it. Spends the rest of the drive bar, gets the W.
Yeah, that was huge. The very tip of the slide connects, the extra frame advantage from the burnout, ensuring that they get the combo after it. That jump in hitting at the very tip of the sandal, though. Jesus. Level 2.
Block this, you feel the casual. We are going to push ever closer to the corner. The reversal only buys a second of relief.
Okay, we get one more plus frame interaction, but nothing off of the jab, even with the plus frames. Wanted for a frame trap. We're not going to get a great elbow drop from base. Shimmy does get clipped.
Yeah, gets caught walking back, but gets the walk under. Gonna push Burkish into the corner here. We're gonna be slowly building up to this level 3 yet again here for base. Can they get it off the next confirm?
Oh, that cross up, but he wanted for the throw. He had too much frame advantage.
Hit. Burkish trying to get himself out of the corner, but too meaty was the beat.
Absolutely 2 games up to 1 right now is base sitting on that winner's side. Burkish has a mighty tall hill to climb if he wants to make this happen.
This is a dire situation for Burkish because every round, every game just pushes the momentum further into base's side because now you're fighting, you have to win 2 in a row to reset the bracket. Then you have to win another 3 in some manner to take home the W, whereas base just needs 2 more rounds. And this is a very great start to get the first of those 2 rounds he needs.
See, what I was going to say is it's really clear to me that base has just this great defensive sense of what to do in this set right now, how to structure it in a way to blow up Burkish, and that start is very representative of it. Okay, Burkish finds the frame trap off of that jab there. Oh. Shimmy works out for him. This is a pretty big equalizer on this round.
Yeah, next hit is so critical here. The elbow drop punish counter, though, with 2 bars a meter. How much are we willing to spend here to close out the round?
All we need is the level 1.
With the paint can spend as well.
Not even going to need it. Round. Huge tournament point for base.
Can Burkish withstand the pressure is the question. He's been in this situation before, but base has been having his number for a lot of this set.
Level 2, and the very tip of the slide, you know what it is? Base is standing at a spot where, like, slide as an answer also blows up Burkish's jump-in attempts. Good spot to counter with the OD mixer, blows up the TI. Level 2 coming up for Burkish.
That was a really interesting level 2 spot. It's going to work out beautifully for Burkish. Taking base all the way to the corner here. Gets the jump in as well with the punish counter.
Okay, shimmy. Oh, that was an earlier throw tech attempt out of base. I wonder if that's a conscious adjustment that's being made, recognizing how often neutral jump shimmy has been the choice from Burkish in the corner. No anti-air, goes for the jump out. That cross up hits so deep, but he wasn't ready for the follow-up counter. He's dead!
He really thought he had something there, but Burkish, for I believe only the 2nd time today, counter DI'd and gets the round, surviving yet again. Another solid start here for Burkish.
Yep, level 2 coming out, has the drive gauge advantage right now. Base not in the position, stuck in the corner, plus frames, drive reversal. Base earns some breathing room. Oh, that jump out is huge, but there's no drive gauge to play around with here for base.
and it's only going to get worse as you're blocking and getting punish countered. Now you are in the full burnout state while Burkish is just about full. He is never going to stop this.
Level 3! The DI gets called out! Finally! We're finally waking up to the DIs.
This is so pivotal. The lives are so close. The tech escape is so perfect from Burkish, but these parries matter. That throw matters. Gets out though.
Okay.
A second to breathe. He's
Overhead.
gonna have level 1.
Okay, game 5. That was so close. Base getting out of that corner there. That reversal level 3 was everything. Comes out of burnout, has the drive gauge advantage. That could have been the tournament. But Burkish, yes, maintains that composure critically. It's a game 5. This is a grand finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Grand finals, game 5 here between Burkish and Base. Are we gonna get the reset, Brad?
I want for the reset.
I
This is
want
some
it.
great Street Fighter.
This has been an amazing set so far, and it's only going to continue to get better. But right now, Base is looking to close it out.
Great backdash from Burkish, but we're not getting much out of the post-interaction. Okay, plus frames. We want like a back throw or something. It seems like, okay, we're close enough to mid-screen now that Burkish comfortable just letting it slow down a smidge. The interactions in the air around elbow drop are absolutely nuts right now.
The counter hit slide, only to end up getting counter hit himself. It's now Base forced to jump out of his own corner, but Burkish keeping the pressure on. Great tech.
That jump hit, that trade is fine for Burkish, except he
Oh,
gets
with the
clipped
punish
in the
counter.
scrambled situation after the fact. How far is Base going to press the issue?
Sets up the paint can, gets a throw, and that will be enough. Tournament point once again for Base.
Level 2 on deck for Burkish, so we know this can snowball very easily. A big jump in connects for Base. Level 3 in the back. That's going to be... Yes, indeed, we're going to have the install. This is the perfect situation for Base to be in. Wins the first round, gets the level 3 off of the first interaction. In the next one, you have as much uptime as conceivable. What a check from Burkish.
Burkish really risking it all here. Spends that level 2 right on top of Base's wake up.
No!
The back throw puts you right in the tornado though. So it is going to be Burkish getting another opportunity, but the drive reversal putting him back to the wall. Spending everything here. Gets counter hit.
Level 1 is available. That is going to be enough to do it. We have the paint can in the back to close it out. Base takes it over Burkish. 3-2 from the winner's side.
Never dropping a set in the entire tournament. Base is your beach episode champion.